Hey everyone, welcome back to Live, Look, Feel. I'm Jay Bradley. Today, we're going to make butternut squash soup. This is an incredible recipe which is so easy and so delicious. You're going to love it. I learned about this recipe 3 weeks ago from my mother, and I have to say I was the first to shy away from making soups because it always seemed a little daunting and overwhelming. This is simple and delicious. It's packed full of vitamins A, C, B, and E, as well as other minerals, and you're going to love it. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do is cut up 1 organic sweet onion. You definitely don't need to be an expert onion cutter. I'm certainly not. Just want to make sure you have nice small chunks. We're getting these onions ready to saute, and while we're doing that, we're going to cut up the squash. First, cut off the ends of your squash. Then, cut your squash in half. After that, peel your squash. Alright, then we want to take each half and cut it in half again. And we want to get rid of the seeds, so just take a spoon or a smaller knife and just get rid of all the seeds. The size really doesn't matter because we are going to blend this soup at the end. You just want to make sure they're small enough so that they cook quickly and easily. So the squash is all cut up, and now we're going to saute the onions. About 2 tablespoons of butter. I like to use the organic buttery spread. It's actually made out of vegetable oil. And a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Once that's all heated up, you want to pour in your onion. Saute the onions for approximately 5 minutes or until they're transparent, but make sure not to burn them. Once the onions are sauteed, turn the stove down to medium, and then we're going to add our chicken stock. Now if you're a vegetarian, of course you could use a vegetarian stock. I like the organic free-range broth, and you're going to add 6 cups of broth. That's 3 cups. And now we're going to put in the squash. Once the squash is in, we're going to turn up the oven a little bit until we bring it to a boil. The stove, I should say. And then we want to add sea salt. And you're just going to add it to flavor. I like my sea salt, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Freshly ground pepper. I love my pepper too, so I'm going to add a lot of that. And last, we're going to add some nutmeg. You can also add whatever you want. Celery salt, you could add cinnamon. You really just experiment a little bit. You could even add a little bit of maple syrup if you'd like. Stir in your spices, and then turn the stove back up to high until it comes to a boil. And then you want to turn back down the stove and simmer for approximately 15 minutes or until the squash is soft enough that you can put a fork in it. When the soup is done, we're going to top it with some toasted sunflower seeds. You could use creme fraiche or toasted nuts, but I'm a big fan of sunflower seeds. So while the squash is cooking, I'm going to toast up some seeds on medium-high. The seeds are toasted and the squash is cooked. Our final step is to puree the soup. All right, so we're just going to scoop this into a blender. And there you have it, butternut squash soup. Let's taste it. Oh man, I love this soup. I can't wait to serve it to my friends. I hope you love it too. Thanks for watching Live, Look, Feel. Live longer, look younger, feel better.